I'm starting off a 7-day vlog because I'm going to do, I don't know if it's like a challenge or whatever, but it's reading 7 books in 7 days. So I just wanted to, you know, start this vlog, like show off the new bookcase. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the books I plan to read within the next 7 days. Today is Saturday. It is around 3 o'clock, and how I'll do this, I'll probably read until next Saturday by 3, and I'll give you guys updates as I go on and mini reviews of the books. Let you guys know how I did, how much did I actually read. Was I able to read 7 books in 7 days? So I picked out 9 books. This is something I do. I over select books and then I have too many options. This book, I'll start off with this book. This book is called Pray Confidently and Consistently by Valerie Warner. I've mentioned this before in some of my other videos, and I'm slowly making my way through this book. So I'm going to keep going through this book throughout the week, and maybe I'll finish it. I'm pretty decently into this book, so I can consider it a half read. But I do want to finish this soon so that way I can start on the next faith book. The next book, I don't know if I've shown you guys this book. I've filmed different like vlog clips. Have I actually done the vlog? I don't know, but sometimes I do that and then I don't share the video. But I had started reading a different book, Just Haven't Met You Yet. It's getting a little boring, so I switched over to this one. It's by Joanne Fluke, Cream Puff. This is Cream Puff Murder by Joanne Fluke. I'm only like 2 chapters in. I'm 19 pages in, so barely cracked open this book. So this is one of the books that I plan on reading this week within the 7 days. The next book I have is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This would be my first, actually I have 2 Emily Henry books here, so hopefully I enjoy her, because if I don't, I ain't gonna read the second one. But this one's been all around BookTube, BookTok, everywhere, so hopefully it's good. I haven't actually even read what it's about. I love me a good, hopefully, I don't know if Emily Henry writes romantic comedies or just like contemporary comedy or contemporary romance. So, oh, it says a rom-com lover's dream, and then there's more, but I can't. Hopefully I like this book, but I know a lot of people like Emily Henry. So the next book I have by Emily Henry is Beach Read, and it's basically, she writes a lot of books about people that read. The next book I have on my huge pile of books, we'll see which ones I actually end up reading. This one is The Summer Job by Lizzie Dent, and it's about a girl who takes her friend's summer job, doesn't tell the job that she is not her friend. Things are gonna get interesting, so I'm excited to read this one. The next book I have is by Dee Henderson, and it's called Taken. I got my little bookmark in there. I've literally read the prologue. But Dee Henderson writes mystery, romance. She is also a Christian She's also a Christian author. I enjoy her books, but they're usually very, very, very slow paced. This one is over 400 pages. It is a thick baby. Actually, now that I look at some of these other books, Book Lovers is pretty big, almost 400. You know, but I'm excited to read it. I do like a slower book every now and again, but I can usually read her books in 2. It takes me a solid 2 days of just reading and kind of ignoring my life, which I can't really do, you know, when you work. And honestly, those are the 5, 1, 2, 3, I just gave you 6 books that I'm really, really excited about. And then I have by Jasmine Guillory, By the Book. The next book I have is The Kiss Quotient. So I'm interested in reading this book because I follow a few people who are also, they do, you know, books. They also say they're Christian and that they don't necessarily like books with spicy scenes. Not that they, kind of like me, like I guess they'll read it, but it's like whatever. But I know they particularly didn't like this book because of the spicy scenes in it. They felt like it overtook the story. Now, a lot of these people also like Colleen Hoover, where I actually DNF'd Verity because I felt like the spicy scenes were kind of taking over the story. There was just, I felt sometimes like it was just unneeded. A lot of the time all the details were unneeded, even if you're like skipping. Like I just felt like a lot of it was unneeded, and it was honestly taking away from the story. Based on that book, it could have just been that book, because that is different from some of her other ones. Her other books are just normally romance, not necessarily like a suspense thriller type romance. I could be wrong, I don't know. I might give her another chance, I'm not too sure. I wanted to see if this book is the same, because I know some people said that, but then they also love Colleen Hoover. So just trying to see if maybe it was just that one-off book that I read, but we'll see, we'll find out. So this is one that is also on my list. And then the last book that is completely different, I think, from all of these is The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. And truly, I don't really know what this book's about. I just know that so many people talk about this book and how much they like it, or how much they could not get into it. So it's very different from all the other books that I'm reading. So maybe it'll be nice to kind of take a break from the romance and do this. We'll see. So those are the books that I have so far to read. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what I'm doing, what books I have at my disposal, the options, and yeah. I think I'm going to start with Book Lovers and read this one first, and then I'll check in with you guys either later tonight or tomorrow on day 2 and let you guys know how things are going. Hey guys, so I just wanted to pop up on here really quick. You know, I started this book, Book Lovers. I know I did my intro yesterday and I literally read like 20 pages. So I'm officially starting today. It's Sunday. So this will be the day 1, because 20 pages, that doesn't even count. Like, I don't know what happened. I think by the time this video is out, my other video, my mid-year freak out tag video, is already out, which I just filmed. So definitely give that a listen. No, listen to. Go watch that if you would like to hear my thoughts and opinions about some of the books that I've read this year and books that I want to read. And yeah, I'll leave that link down below if you guys would like to check that out. But I'm going to spend the rest of my day reading. And yeah, and then I'll check in again. Hello everyone. It is day 3. I did not update you guys on day 2 because I was still reading Book Lovers. I've been doing a terrible job at reading. It's been hard to like just focus and read. I've just been really distracted, but I'm basically almost done. I have like 25 pages left. I had to like stop reading it because it kind of feels like it's not going to end the way I want it to, and that was making me upset, and I felt like throwing the book across the room, so I needed to calm down. But now I'm gonna finish it, and then we will start with book 2 and hopefully get into a rhythm so that we can try and accomplish at least, no, at least 5. Like if I don't make it a 7, at least 5. We have officially finished Book Lovers. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's one of my, wow, the light got really weird. I think it's one of my favorites so far this year. I just really felt connected to the main character, so I really enjoyed that. So now I'm going to pick up Beach Read by the same author, Emily Henry, because I really enjoyed her writing style. Now on to book 2 on day 3. Wow, I didn't realize I started that. Okay. So it's day 4. And I'm on my second book. I started it yesterday when I finished Book Lovers. But I realized that, you know, after over a month, almost 2 months of not reading, I cannot sit down and just read. I think if they were on my phone, I'd be able to zip through them quicker, but since they're physical books, it's so hard to just sit and read. So that's what I'm struggling with. But I'm decently in. I'm almost 100 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I like Book Lovers better so far, but obviously this book just started. I don't know, I think I just really connected more with the characters in that one, and I just like how everything started pretty quickly with Book Lovers, where this one it's a little slower. So that's my opinion. So I'm gonna keep reading, but I just figured I wanted to update you guys on what is going on. Hello everyone, it's day 5. So I stopped reading Beach Read
just because it's definitely a slower read. I'm almost halfway. So I started reading The Summer Job this morning and I'm slowly getting through it. I feel like it's so hard to realistically try and spend my day reading when I'm working for 8 hours. And you know, there's other things that I gotta do. I'm hoping to at least finish 3 books by the end of this thing because I'm failing and I want to try this again later on. You know, really challenge myself. I wish I had more books to choose from that I wanted to read. Yeah, and I wish I had just more time to read, but it's so hard to just sit and read. So yeah, so I will keep you guys updated and I'll let you know how far into the book I get. And yeah.
Hello everyone. Wow, it's way too early for this. I did not complete this challenge. I failed. But, you know, I knew I would fail. I didn't think I'd do this badly. I think a lot of times when we see people do this on YouTube, their job is most of the time YouTube, or they have a part-time job, something. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that that allows them more time to read. Because what I realized is, even though I have time to read and I have more than enough time, or other things that I need to, I realized I had other things that I needed to do. And I couldn't like dedicate all my free time to reading. And so like realistically, I thought I would finish at least 3 or 4 books. I finished 1. Book Lovers. I did start 2 other ones and I'm still going through those. But I think, yeah, I think realistically, you know, I think sometimes it's easy to compare ourselves to people that we see on YouTube that are reading all these books, and we can start to put pressure on ourselves to read a certain amount of books a month or a year, and sometimes that's not realistic. I think we all go through different seasons of when we can read a lot more and when we can't. I think by putting that pressure on myself to try and read all these books, knowing that I really didn't have the time, just made me not want to read. I do want to try this again, but when I have time that I like, an actual week where I can just dedicate to reading, where nothing else is going to come up, so that way we can really test this out. Even for me, I feel like I challenged myself to read 100 books this year and it's going terribly. And normally I'm the type of person that can read and just read and read. Granted, most of those books I read are on my phone. This is like, I'm trying to read more physical books this year than I normally do. Even though I think ebooks are such an easy way to get a lot of reading done and to enjoy reading, because you can take it with you everywhere. And it's just easier to pull out your phone or something to read than to pull out a book sometimes. I'm putting this pressure and expectations on myself to read all these books, and it's killing the joy of reading. So I'm gonna try and do better at that, because I think that's what this week showed me. It's just that, you know, sometimes we don't have time to read and that's okay. And sometimes you don't read as much as you thought you would, and that's okay. And at the end, they're just books. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be trying this again. I have other book challenges that I want to try, but I want to try and do them without that added pressure of I need to do it, or like I'm failing because I didn't do it. You know, gotta work on that. Also, this lighting is terrible because I'm in my living room and I just woke up, so I'm exhausted. But I wanted to film this outro for you guys, and yeah, I'm excited to read more books. I have a lot more books on my list that I need to buy, books that I'm excited for, and I have a few other challenges that I'm going to try. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time. I think a lot of them are very unrealistic. I think this one is very unrealistic. If you work full-time and have other priorities, very unrealistic, but still exciting to try. So I will see you guys in my next video, and yeah.